Good afternoon and welcome to DV vlog number 5. Now you think, oh god, we're back in the room again. I do apologise, I did have a video planned out for today which involved actually going into the countryside because that's where I live. I'm doing a bit of recording there, but it just wasn't meant to be. If you look at this, my lovely data, my graph, or my big spreadsheet of all my running data, you can see in the last sort of 4 or 5 days I've done a lot of running, and the last 2 were 7-mile runs, which if you don't know how far 7 miles is, go and run it, then you'll find out how far it is. By wearing the incorrect socks, which I wore on my last run, I've managed to give myself some rather nasty blisters. But what I've decided to do is take a few days off from running and then pick that up probably next week. Today I'm going to talk about more in depth of my running. I did say, I'm going to talk about running this week, which I am. But it's just not in the settings. But we're going to talk mainly about my routine with running. My sort of run consists of 3 different sections. So warming up, running and cooling down. They sound really obvious, and yeah, you should do all of them. I mean, you're not going to warm up and not do the run, but you probably get to the end of it. I'm fine, I can go and sit down and stop doing what I want. No, don't do that. You need to cool down. So yeah, let's pretty much start looking at my warm-up. But it pretty much just consists of varied kind of movements. Just enough to get the heart rate going, not too much, like you feel like you've actually done the exercise before you've done the exercise. So I do a lot of arm rotations, shoulder rotations, leg swings, hip rotations. We like a good rotation, as you probably found out. Knee dips and 10 burpees, and that gets my heart like, you can go for a run now. That's my optimum kind of workout before I feel like I'm actually doing the exercise. Do the run. That's coming along nicely. Trying to get up to 13 miles at the minute, because that's the length of my longest Spartan race. Very much the cool down consists of small hip rotations, sort of in a squat position. Very good. Do a lot of yoga and cooling down. Do a bit of downward dog and cobra. If you know your downward dogs and cobras, well, you will next week, so I'll show you what they are. Pigeon pose. You do that with both legs, followed by a nice cheeky little child's pose. Which is again another yoga position. Didn't know I knew so much about yoga. So that's my cool down, and then I'm going to sound like a little fitness site nut now. I normally have a protein shake afterwards, get their muscles rebuilt. To do with running, I've only recently started carrying a rucksack with me for many reasons. When I come to do my Spartan race, I'll be carrying my hydration pack with me, so because it's such a long race, I'll be taking water on as I go along. If you don't know what a hydration pack looks like, that's what one looks like, and it's like a cool little rucksack that has a big straw thing with a clippy clip thing. Great description, mate. And that goes on one end and you just suck it whenever you need water. To do with what I actually wear with running, it varies. If you're in the UK, you would have noticed that we had a rather big heat wave last week, and it got to about 24 degrees, and running in that was horrendous. I sweated in place. I didn't even know I could sweat. But yeah, it's all about sort of keeping yourself cool, comfortable, and motivated. I vary what I wear. I normally wear a lightweight technical shirt, if that's what you want to call it. It's long sleeve, quite good at keeping UV protection off, but also lightweight and enough to keep a breeze in if you're running in the hot weather. But it doesn't keep you warm in any way, which is if you're running in February like I was, it was snowing in like -5. Depending how cold it is, again, I wear compression trousers, but they're tight. They're compression trousers, but normally I'll wear shorts on top of them. So yeah, this is my shirt. It's this is not sponsored, by the way. This is by Rab. Not sure what Rab stands for. It might be his name. Some guy called Rab. I like your shirts, Rab. Yeah, it's very lightweight. Probably weighs about 200 grams, maybe 100 grams. Soaks up sweat and all that kind of nice stuff that you get with running. So that's my shirt. Shorts. I love my shorts. I didn't know these are running shorts. They're by a company I can't remember the name of. Rumcon? No, Run Hill, not Rumcon. It's a place in like Lancashire or something. But yeah, these are my running shorts. They're double. What's it called? Double lined. If you've ever wondered why running shorts have an extra pair of shorts inside them, apparently it's so guys don't have to wear boxer shorts when they're wearing them. Tip for the day, fact of the day actually. And my shoes, running shoes. There's a lot of variation to ones you can have, depends on what you run on. So road running, you'd have a quite flat shoe because you don't require any grip. I'm not one to diss road running, but I can't stand it. It is boring. It is so painful. But you're running and it feels like your ankles are just constantly doing this. Over and over again. And the time they've done that, they say a runner does about 1,000 steps a mile. The time they've done that, 7,000 times on each ankle, you're like, oh, I can't do it. So I like trail running. I like trail running, which is like off-road and nice. And I've got a special pair of shoes for that. These are very dirty. Actually, they're the cleanest they've been in quite a while. They match my hair. Look at that. Anyway, these are my Salomon Crosspeed 4s. I'm not going to say the most comfy shoe I had. They're not the great. They're not the best for comfort, but they're okay. If you notice, they've got these little like studded things on the bottom there, and further down there, and that's so if it's very muddy, you can literally grip onto anything. They're very spiky. Yeah, these are my running shoes. Other things to note about running is all about recovery. So you've done your cool down, you've had your protein shake. Other things you can do to ease recovery. This is sort of like a how to run. I'm just explaining my running. You can use a foam roller, which is over here. Maybe I should have got that before the video. And it looks like it pretty much is the thing that you roll underneath your joints. And it's very hard rubber plastic, but it does help and makes your muscles a bit more mobile the next day, so you don't again feel like you've been run over by a truck. Other things, if you're brave enough, you can sit in a bath of ice water, which sounds horrendous. It is horrendous. When you get in, it's just the pain. It's like a wave of fire. It's like sitting in fire. That's only how I can describe it. But yeah, if you've got any questions, just put them down there. Other than that, yeah, stay safe.